Hey everybody, I'm here with this jolly old guy in a red suit. Now, I just wanted to introduce you to this nice guy. So, who are you anyways?
Well, actually, I have a number of different names. Most of you kiddies out there would call me Santa Claus. I'm also called Sinterklaasen in Germany, St. Nicholas in Turkey, and some nice things other places, but I prefer Santa Claus.
Alright, Santa, well, where were you born?
Actually, I was born in modern day Turkey around the year 300, so I'm very
Oh,
old.
wow.
Yes, but I moved to Germany after that, and now I live somewhere a little north of that.
Okay. Is that where you're from originally? You're from Turkey then?
It would be called Turkey, but 1700 years ago it was known as something else.
Okay. How do let's see, how do you like it there? What kind of stuff do you do?
Well, if you ever look on a map, you'll see a place called the Arctic Circle, and at the wee top of that, there's the North Pole. We don't really have a pole sticking out of it, but it's the magnetic center of the entire Earth, and I love it there.
I'd say it sounds pretty nice. Sounds pretty extravagant too. Is it cold, hot?
Well, it's not as cold as you'd think. We're actually protected by the Aurora Borealis, which keeps out the very cold air. And we have a great big village. You would be surprised. It almost looks like a little version of New York City.
Well, that's neat. So who all lives there?
Well, of course, Mrs. Claus, and we've been married over 1,700 years, so
Oh,
you know
geez.
we've done something right. But also the elves live there. There are actually over 8 million elves living in Santa's village. Also the reindeer, not only the 8 or 9 that you might know of, but their families, because you know reindeers have families too.
Say they don't just pop out of nowhere, right?
No, they don't, and we take very good care of them. We've got barns that rival the barns at the Kentucky Derby,
Oh, geez, just for your reindeer.
just for them, because they take us all over the world in one night, so we have to take really good care of them. Did you boys and girls know that they really like oats, but once in a while I give them a carrot to keep their teeth clean? And they love apples.
Oh, okay. I know that's something like a horse would.
They do. They're very similar to horses. And if you've ever seen on TV, caribou, reindeer are very similar to caribou. They're very large. The biggest, and Rudolph isn't the biggest, he's just the brightest. But the biggest comet weighs over 2,000 pounds.
Oh my God, that's like almost a car there.
It'd be a very small car,
Right.
though.
So, what do you do for fun up there?
Well, you know, all year long, my job is making toys. And personally, I don't make a lot of toys, but I supervise over 8 million elves.
That's a lot.
Mrs. Claus, it is. And they're always underfoot. Mrs. Claus, she supervises all the baking, all the candy cane making, and things like that. And
the
she
important
does have a sweet tooth. But most days are spent, I wake up very early in the morning because at the North Pole in summer, it's always nighttime. But in the wintertime, it's light all year. So we can get a whole 24-hour workday in. And it's really fun because, you know, Santa Claus is a magical person. I don't need a lot of sleep. But we also like skiing because you see there's snow there all year. And Santa Claus has a hot little red snowmobile that he likes to get around on. We also use the reindeer to travel up there, and my famous sleigh, which we call the Little Saint Nick.
So, is that all you ride around in? Is snowmobiles and your sleigh, or do you have anything else?
Well, when there's snow, yes, but when there's no snow, or whether I'm down in the United States or over in Europe or even in Australia, I like to ride things on 2 wheels called motorcycles.
Okay, so it's a little like the big boy version of those bicycles, right?
It is. It is. You little fellas out there, boys and girls, might have a bicycle with training wheels. Did you know big people ride things with training wheels too? They're called trikes.
Whoa!
There's a good friend of mine who has a nice white beard like me, and his name is Willie G. And he made me a very special motorcycle. It's made by the Harley Davidson company.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
It is. And you know what? It fits me. It's a fat boy. But I do in the summer sometimes when you don't see me with my long coat and beard. I do like to ride a little motocross now and then. I ride a Kawasaki 250, but I think I'm getting a little too big for that.
I say those things pretty small. But I imagine there's some boys and girls at home who probably want one of those for
They probably
Christmas.
do. I have a lot of boys and girls that would like those on their list. And you know what? Santa does everything he can to help you out with those. But you know what? It depends on your parents if they think it's safe enough for you, because you know what? Santa is always safe.
Oh yeah. So, do you ever see here? There's a couple other things that go into Christmas as far as like cookies, leaving Santa's cookies out for Santa. And that's one thing I've always wondered. What's your favorite treat? What would you rather have when I lay a plate out?
Well, if I could, I would like a little filet mignon, but that might be cold by the time I get there. Santa is a carnivore, of course. But you know what, boys and girls? If you leave me a couple nice cookies and a cold glass of milk, that's always a refreshing treat on Christmas Eve. Most of the reindeer do like carrots, too, because they get hungry traveling all around the world in one night.
Oh yeah, so that's not a bad idea to leave a couple carrots out for them.
No,
too.
just don't leave celery. It sticks in their teeth.
So we know what you do on Christmas, but what do you do the rest of the year?
Well, see, the rest of the year, we have to catch up. We catch up on our sleep because we're up for a whole 24 hours. But we keep making those toys. It takes a whole year to make all those toys and gifts that we bring, so we never get a day off. But once in a while, we do a stealth mission and travel to places like the Bahamas.
Ooh. Sneak away for a little getaway.
I do, and I do particularly enjoy skydiving, water skiing. I have a nice little red boat that I race around in too. Of course, I trim the beard, and you might not even recognize me in the summertime.
Get your swim trunks on, and you won't even see your whole different person at the beach.
That's right. If you hear me say, ho, 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 you might think it's me, but maybe not.
One more thing I wanted to ask you was, everybody else around Christmas time, I want to say around Thanksgiving, right after you eat your turkey and stuff, maybe even before then, all of us are getting ready to decorate for Christmas. We're getting our trees up. We're getting our stockings up. We're getting ready for your visit. What do you do around Christmas time?
Well, like I said, we work all year long, but it gets really hectic at the North Pole about a month before Christmas. We have to wrap all the gifts that we've made for you children. We have to organize them and store them in my toy bag, because my toy bag holds enough presents for everyone in the world, and it's a secret how I make that work. But the closer we get to Christmas, the more excited we get, because we know everyone's out there waiting for our visit. So we work harder. Santa works out a little bit to try to get in shape. I won't tell you how much I weigh, but I'll tell you how tall I am. Santa is 6'4", and he can handle himself. But as we get closer and closer, we get very excited. We mark off every day as we get closer to leave. And do you know that Christmas Day actually lasts 24 hours? So when I'm out there delivering toys, we leave way before you get up in that morning, and we're still delivering way after you go to bed. We deliver for 24 complete hours. And it takes a lot of preparation to make that happen.
That's a lot of coffee, right?
It is. And Santa likes a little nutmeg in his coffee, if you know what I mean.
So, that leads me to my, actually, there's a lot of different opinions on this question, I guess. So, what is your favorite part of Christmas?
Well, I'm glad you asked that. You talked about November. I enjoy the Christmas spirit that starts in the beginning of November when folks start to think about Thanksgiving. They think about what they're thankful for. Santa is thankful for all the little children and all their families all around the world. But my favorite part of Christmas is the Christmas spirit. Folks are nicer to each other. Folks smile so much more. With all the goodies and treats and music in the air, everyone is so happy all the time. That's what Santa loves, because Santa's job is to make people happy, and I work very hard all year to do that. But when a little child gets a twinkle in his eyes because he's opened a wonderful gift or had a sweet treat or a cookie or a candy cane, that's Santa's very, very most favorite part of Christmas. And you know what? The adults aren't left out either, because adults get happier at Christmas time too. They get what's called vacation from work. Oh my goodness. They get to stay home, sleep in, drink hot cocoa. They get to wear their slippers and watch Christmas movies on TV. But just the general spirit that everyone gets, they get so much happier. They're waiting for Santa to come. Their anticipation, it's fantastic, that electricity in the air. And then when I get to bring each person something, that is just the culmination of my dream. That's why I've been doing this for over 1,700 years. Well, I'll tell you what, All you little kids better be nice, because I know who's naughty and I know who's nice. And I'll see you under the Christmas tree on Christmas Eve. Ho, 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 ho.
Well, thanks for talking with us, Santa. I'm just going to tie this up here. Hopefully, you have a really good rest of the December. I know you're going to be busy. You're probably on your way back just to get right back to it. Really appreciate you taking time away from your busy schedule and talking with us. And hopefully, all the boys and girls around the world can hear you and maybe leave you some carrots and good cookies out.
That's right. Thank you so much, and we'll see you